So 2 days ago we dug this hole and today is the 9th of July. So it's midsummer and we have a water level less than 1 meter under the grass level here. And that just proves how wet this field is. And this was already emptied out today because they wanted to take a look at it, but it filled up again. You can also see how brown it is. This is the natural color of the groundwater in this field because it has so much iron in there. It colors completely brown from the rust. For that heat transfer we were working on last winter, they finally decided to go on this edge of the field and run it through here and then up to that glass house. And we already did some digging here to figure out where the heat transfer was going to this winter. As this winter the planning was to go through the orchard. Now the plan is to go there up front of the orchard. So it means the pipes, they come here out of the ground. We're gonna make a U-turn back here and then run it up to the creek and then back into the field. Well, that's also the direction where they are coming from. So it's gonna be a really weird pipe walk. But the issue is, at this point, the creek is running and the pipe is over 3 meters deep. While the soil is some kind of clay and it's absolutely soaked with water. So we cannot dig there properly. It's really dirty mud coming out of the ground. It's some kind of mix between mud and swamp, and here we are a bit higher up, so that's why it's going with a U-turn. It's absolutely not a logical thing for pipe walk, but in this kind of soil it's the only thing we can do, so that's how we're gonna do it. In this side of the field they already drilled the big pipes through the road, so now they dug it up and it's gonna be underground here, coming to the side and then coming on this side. So that's where the pipes are gonna be. It's still a discussion if it's gonna be above ground or underground, so we will figure that out in the upcoming few days. We don't know yet. So we are at a water pool here, and in 2021 we replaced the tarp of the pool. There's one thing we didn't do back then, and that is we got a big filling line going from a water pump there, which is tractor powered, into the water pool, and that never got connected again. We need to connect this because if somebody turns the valves for some kind of reason, we will have a lot of water inside the dike, and that will destroy the dike and therefore also the complete water pool. So it will actually break through. We never want that to happen, so we have to dig this up again and get a new line up top to fill that pool up. At the same time I want to make it that these stairs are being moved over so we can make another line for the electric filling installation, because this is not properly how it's now. Now here we dug up the pipework, and there's a lot of pipework in the ground here. That is the main filling pipe for when we fill with the tractor. The other two are for when we fill electric from our home pump. Then these big two here are coming out of the pool. So we got two valves in the pool which are the suction lines for the pumps, coming out here into the ground, and then they cross again here. So one is going down, going a little bit that way with 200 millimeters. There's another 110 millimeters going here, going to our home field, and there's another 110 millimeters coming down from this one and going to the front field here. So there's quite some pipe work here, so we had to dig very carefully to not damage any of them, as they are basically crossing each other here. It's just one square of crossing pipes, but that's what happens if you keep adding stuff over years. Now we have an issue. The track broke, and this means I cannot drive it around properly anymore. So we need to head home with the track and weld it back together so that we can continue walking. That's a shame. At least I was able to move the excavator around with the one track it has and the bucket. So I can move it that way. But I have no clue yet how we're gonna get it on the trailer, as that's way more difficult. And I first want to fill the hole up, and after that try to load it up. The water filling line is made, and also a valve in the ground is repaired, so we can fill this hole up. This is definitely not a nice job, but I think for an excavator with a broken track, this should be good enough. We do have to get some more sand under the dike to make sure that it holds, but further it seems to be okay, and it just needs to sit for a while now, and then if it becomes steady again we can flatten it out properly. But it's too muddy now to mess too much in the soil. Now we will just have to get that track home so I can fix it. The neighbor was just passing by with his telehandler, and that came in really handy, as it was just a moment to move the stairs. So I grabbed a lifting band and reconnected it to the telehandler so we can move the stairs with the telehandler. And in this way I can mount the new pipe onto the stair to give it a nice way up. And that way we can make a nice splash in the pool with our new filling pipe. And hopefully that's also gonna bring more oxygen in the pool in the future.